Okay, and here we are. Some friends of mine asked me to review their demo. Both of these matches will be pretty strong roles, but they wanted a little bit of help to see maybe what they're doing. I don't think we're going to get to see a lot of pushing back and forth. It's mostly just going to be mid-fights, I imagine. I don't know. We'll go through it step by step. So the first thing we're going to look at here is the Demo Man's rollout. And let me see. This looks like the team they had a little bit better match against. So we may just watch this one twice. The first time we'll just focus on what the demo does at mid. Give me that free cam. Alright, there he goes. He jumps to the door. Pretty standard. So that'll probably be what we see once the match goes live. Alright, and he's going to jump to upper. Not the best, but it'll work. And then he gets to mid. Okay, 154. Their demo gets there with 166, and he starts trying to lock out the soldiers. Properly, a scout tries to get onto him, but he's dead. The bomb comes in kind of late there to save the team, and the mid's over. Their mid does survive, so the match isn't lost. The main flaw in that particular mid fight was that they are 66. They are that scout died so early. He did what he needed to do, but if they're gonna do that to you, you need to have more pressure. You need to have some kind of a call that they're aggressing your side like that, and so the pocket should be there to help, or something to help that scout out, because he can't be expected to fight the combo by himself in that situation. Alright, and now they're bombing in, and nothing doing. I really don't like this hold from your roamer, Star Knight. He can't effectively cover any door until anything's already in. So we'll just stop here and get my mouse out. Ideally, what I'd like to see... you can't see my mouse in this format. Alright, so you will use the box. We'll use the box. Be creative. Put your roamer on these pipes here. And you want your medic here. Your medic to be standing. Work with me here. Right in that area where the box is. So you have your roamer on the pipes over on the right side, and your med standing here with the pocket guarding the door, the shutter door, which is the gray door with the stickies on it. I also question your guys' not running an off class. There's no reason not to run a heavy at this stage. Yeah, the problem in this is that Star Knight isn't denying anyone any doors. Now, I do like that you're buffing up your players. So that's good. Okay, Star's doing something a little better this time. Now, if he's going to pressure up here, somebody should be pressuring here, aka your pocket, so that you can kind of reduce the risk to him. You're also really grouped up right now, and there's a spy, yes. So, holding right here with your med and your pocket, much better arrangement. You guys are way too far back to effectively keep them out. They're not really doing anything though, so that's good. Alright, your medic gets a good pop-off. Things are going okay. They're on the point a bit, they bait you all back, and now you're gonna die to the demo. Or not. Very disorganized on their part. You still all die to the demo though, he clutched it. Okay, so we established that your demo rollout is passable. And now we'll see what happens here from your medic's perspective. Alright, you buff one scout. The other scout gets buffed. And now you're going to try to opt for the choke rollout. That can work if they're aggressing your side really hard. But you need one of your soldiers. Okay, so that's not that bad, but you're stickied out a choke. So, nothing doing there. You guys can't just walk on those. So not the best possible arrangement. Also, I apologize for the Fraps recording bit. So you lost your med. You should be setting up this scout that's running around, and maybe this soldier. Somebody should be setting up to try and get them to pop. Somewhere, anywhere, anyhow. Try and get them to pop while they're trying to cap second, as opposed to sitting at last with no Uber advantage whatsoever. You also really can't afford to hand out buffs right now. You have to focus on building, because the only thing that's going to save you is an Uber. And that wasn't the most apt bomb. Medic does some good dodging. And he's still at pretty good health, so he can stay. And now you've got Uber. They're 2 down, by the way. If you guys had been holding more aggressively, you could push out on this, but you can't. So now they're gonna snipe. Okay. Yeah, don't bring your medic down here. Leave him in the safe spot right here. Ideally, what your last should look like to your med is this. The only way they could ever possibly kill you is if a sniper walks all the way over here. And that's kind of a tough thing to do without getting killed. So, that's the best way to go about it. You get another pick, so you killed the sniper. Good job on Star Knight's part. Yeah, you need to hold closer to the doors. The reason you hold closer to the doors is if they try to push this way, your Uber is just going to basically body block them in. If they push Riverside, you've got a little bit more lag time because they have to pop like right here because there should be a trap here, and then they've got to jump on you. And so you get a couple extra seconds to chill with your Uber. If you're all the way back like this, they can come in the doors easy peasy and walk up to you before they pop, and then you're going to have to pop. So you've got no advantage. So, okay, they Uber in a scout and they kill Star Knight. You need to just exchange your Uber. Yeah. So you drop 2 people there for no reason to the scout Uber, and then they drag the heavy in. The heavy should be the only thing being shot at right now, but you're all on the point, so you're boned. Alright, so choke didn't work last time. What are we going to do this time? If they were aggressing me like that, I would just jump their side. Just screw it. It's not worth it. So you guys are going to try and go choke again. That can work in response to this strat. So we'll follow what this drop-down soldier does. So Star Knight's coming out here, but they didn't go well, they are your side. They attack things in the valley. Yeah. So if you find stuff in the valley when you do that, you don't want to attack the stuff in the valley. You need to attack this stuff here, because this is what's going to win them mid, maybe. Possibly. Okay. Things worked out, and you're capping the point. Life is good. Their combo is on the wrong side of mid. So if they pop, it's going to hurt them more than it's going to hurt you. Alright. Things are fine. You should be grouping up to attack again, because they're trying to cap this point and you have the spawn advantage. You don't have a demo though, so that makes it challenging. You also have Uber advantage, so you could choose to just use that, and that's fine. So we'll see how you push off of this. And you drop your pocket. So the push is pretty much botched now. I would also point of fact, that's not a terrible push because of how close they were. But because you had such a sizable Uber advantage, there's no reason to try to milk the Uber. Look at it, make sure there are no sticks there, and pop. If they're that close, whoops. If they're that close, there's absolutely no reason in the world not to just pop right away. Also, I saw that you had a scout in there. I don't know how he got there, but it's always ideal if you're gonna Uber like that to bring in at least 3 people. So your soldier in your demo to start with a scout coming in after to get his 185 crit buff and chase down the hurt people. And the people on the flank just chill. But yeah, so what happened here is you guys pushed with 50+% Uber advantage, and it results in you losing a scout in your pocket. So, and that's entirely because you dropped the pocket, they scattered when they heard the pop, and the scout got destroyed by a Hiroshima rocket. And now your med's gonna go down. Alright. So, you had 2 people over here, and your demo's down in the valley. You can't really do anything with that. So now you're hosed, and they're already all over second. Yeah, well, you got to kill them. I would have just tried to run away to last. So now they are the ones with the Uber advantage, and you're holding very far back again. And you're also not running any off classes, which you totally, there's no reason not to be running a heavy. And med goes down, but that's not that important. And yeah, this is gonna end badly for you guys. The other thing that I'm noticing a lot of is are there focus calls? Because nobody's shooting at the same thing practically ever. And that is mucho unfortunate. It is difficult to win in that, not doing that. So we got a little bit of halftime here. Gotta switch my colors. There we go. It looks like you guys are readying up pretty quick, so I'm not gonna mess with that. So you guys got a good mid out of that. I can't really explain how you won it, but it worked. I imagine they're probably gonna back off on this mid, or they might just stay really aggressive. Alright, so we're going again. Now we'll do a little bit of health analysis since we have 2 mids left. Okay, you're getting your scouts buffed up. Life is good. And you got your soldiers are going choke, but your medic is... Okay, never mind. So he just took the longer route. Unfortunately for Star Knight, he should have a 300 buff, and he doesn't. And you lose your demo second, but you may be winning this. Where is your team going? No, 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 no. You don't go down the drop down. You don't stand in the valley. You stay up here. Stay up here. Don't fall down. The only reason you would ever want to fall down is if their medic is hurt and running away down there. Otherwise, just stay up here. You're safe and happy up here. You're not safe and happy down here. For mid, anyways. Okay, so you guys have a good setup here. I would just go ahead and try and work a pick. You can buff... Your scouts are both buffed. Or they should have been. They're not anymore. So right now they have a heal advantage, which you can see, but they have a scout down. So you should push flank right now. You're going to push choke instead with a layer. And they're going to get involved in an Uber v Uber fight. Your flank is not going to be able to fight because they didn't get any buffs. The med comes back to the flank. That's good. And they're on top of... Well, that soldier right here, whoever that is, Fubar made a good decision by going on the high ground. So that was good on him. You didn't lose your med either. You shouldn't be doing this. No, 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 no. They're 2 alive. A scout and a medic. Push last right now. You should already have all your heavies in last. And it seems to me like you guys simply aren't aware. Because now you can't push because they have a whole setup. You also, because of the way the Uber is, you guys could have pushed them when it was just a medic and a scout real easy. Even though Ubers are even. But now you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to have to run a spy or a sniper or anything like that. Something along that nature. Those guys are really overextended and you should poopy on them. They don't have heals either. And you lose a scout. So, whatever. He should come back as a heavy spy, sniper, or pyro. These guys they forced your Uber. You didn't need to do that. They were completely overextended. You do get time on the point though, so that's good, but you're gonna lose all this nonsense. Yeah, you lose your medic and both soldiers. Now they're gonna push out on you and take second back. Lose your demo too. So yeah, as soon as a push goes bad like that, you guys need to bail. I'd say the main flaw in this push segment is that you're trying to move too quickly in the wrong ways, in that you push choke with just your soldier. You should have had somebody to back him up. Your medic did make the right decision in coming to the flank. And then in that last push, you guys didn't push when you had the opportunity, and then you allowed yourself to be forced by overextending players. And that shouldn't have happened. Okay, so we're set up for a second hold. Now, their medic is dead, or was dead, so you should be grouping up and looking to push. Note the health advantage that your team has right now. Well, had, until you ate into that sticky trap. You should push flank, because it's a much more open area. See, if you pushed flank before their medic had gotten there, you'd be fighting a lot of weak people with full health people, which were being healed. Then their medic would be late, he'd be on the back foot, but instead you just let it sit. Now, you do have Uber advantage, so things are okay. You have an absolute Uber advantage. They are also quite close. Yeah, go ahead and pop. They're forced out. The medic shouldn't drop down there, because this is what's happening behind you. Had you stayed there, had the pocket stayed up there, that wouldn't have happened. I don't know how they all died. That was clutch play on your guys' part. And that soldier backcapping isn't going to accomplish anything. He's dead. You should be pushing second right now. That soldier's going to wander onto mid. That's good for him. You have people in here too, so that's heads up play from Fubi there. You lose your med, but you'll still get the point. Life is okay. They probably ought not to be able to push out. That's an unfortunate error there on Fubi's part, shooting the wall. It happens to the best. And that demo is in danger. He's dead, so you really shouldn't be in too big a danger. Just, where'd everyone go? Why so afraid? There you go. Chase him out of there, yeah. Now, Star, in this situation, you shouldn't be pressing this door. You should be climbing Spire and going over. They are going to try to Uber out on you. Where did your combo go? So you guys just ran, I guess. Where'd your medic go? I don't know. So, I've gotten confused. Okay. So yeah, you guys should have done a better job at forcing them on over second instead of just giving them mid and forcing them there. The time was ripe to force them at second, but now you've given them mid and the associated spawn advantages. Okay, good. Buffing players. You have Uber advantage, you can try to push. And their combo's right there. You should pop right now. Just go ahead and pop. Okay, you get in deep. You got a roamer through the drop down. There's no harm in... Oh, crap. Your medic fell down, so he's boned. Now you have a really good setup again. You shouldn't be... Well, you got to send a scout back for that back cap. You're not going to get it, so... That's just unlucky. Maybe... Nope, couldn't clutch it. And, yeah, you didn't stack quickly enough. So now you're going to lose your med. That's pretty much round. There. Yeah. No. Okay. So you got lucky there, and then you botched it because so many people poured through the flank. I don't know how that happened, but you know, things happen. I would watch it again if it were a closer match. Okay, so you lose 2 people there. You didn't have anybody to give. There was no reason to push out like that. Alright, so there's one more round down. One last round to go. And we're going to mid. Yeah, Star's just not getting the health that he needs to be successful at mid. And see, he's doing a double jump to the top of the point. He only needs 1 rocket hit to die. And you lose both your scouts and your demo. This fight is over. Your medic should have been out of this a long time ago. So you guys are boned. I'll do a general little overview. Pause. This game's basically over. Their med didn't go down. You lost the farm. If you go to mid and a scout is the first person to die, as medic, you should start getting in a position where you can escape. Because scouts are so essential to your team's winning the mid fight that unless one of their scouts has also died within the next 2 to 3 seconds, you're probably going to lose. Unless they just get decimated at some point on mid. So maybe a soldier bomb comes and kills 3 of their players or whatever. So don't be silly and think that I'm giving you like a hard and fast rule. But if you lose a scout first, you're pretty much done. If you lose both of your scouts, you're really done. You're pulling out the overdose or your crossbow or whatever, and you're just saying, good luck guys, suicide for the med. Unless the other team is in a similar situation. Secondly, if your demo is the first person to die as medic, you are definitely done with that mid fight. You have lost. Things happen and sometimes your team will still win, and as time goes on you might be able to make that judgment call of, okay, I'm going to stay in because, you know, maybe our demo went down, but we got some good picks and I have confidence in my teammates. But at your guys' level of play, it's better to just preserve your medic. So just bail. If your demo's the first to go down or the first 2 people to go down on your team are a demo and a scout, you should just be done. That's the end game for you there. I'm not really going to go into detail about Gully Wash mid because you won't be playing Gully Wash again this season. So, you know, there isn't really a point to it. At the end of it, I'll rewind and we'll do 1 mid and sort of look at it from there. We'll start the demo over and look at it and do sort of a philosophical approach. Anyways, we'll finish this out. Okay, so you guys are in last holding mode. I'm on the wrong last, Mustard Overlord. And they've already pushed in, so you can't do any suicides. I hate to say it, but I'm downright appalled at your guys' refusal to run off classes. For God's sakes, run a sniper. Something. 2 scouts is a shame and a tragedy on this last. There you go, a heavy, oh my god. Except for he's not being healed at all. The heavy needs all the heals, and you lose. GG. Okay. So we'll load that demo back up and watch the first mid, and we'll do sort of a philosophical analysis of it. Okay, so we're back here and we're going to watch that first mid and we're going to do it kind of slow. Alright, now I'll walk through the whole shebang here. You got your demo, you heal your demo all the way up. Ideally, he won't do that first sticky jump until he's got his 260. Okay, there. He did it right there. Now you move forward. Okay. Life's good. Keep healing demo. Alright, he jumps. Heal scouts. Heal the other scout. Heal the other scout. Alright, and then there's your roamer. You're going out the long way, and I don't know why. So, don't do that because you're wasting seconds by taking the long way around. Sometimes it's okay to have the pocket do that because he's equalizing and will thus be much quicker, and he'll grab the health pack that's over to the left of where I'm looking currently. So let's just do a quick going into mid setup sort of look here at health. They've got a pocket and a roamer who are both overhealed. The roamer could have had more overheal, but that's beside the point. Your demo is currently winning the health fight. Your scouts are overall a little bit more or less equal. And medic's already taken damage, so I assume that's from Dread. So, I mean, things are alright, but Star could use a little touch more, if at all possible. But that's fine. We'll resume. Now we'll get over this mid and pause. So there's a scout down. If I were the medic, I would start backing up. You have the combo and a scout on your side right now attacking your demo who is alone. You have a scout in position to help him and he won't do it. He's too busy attacking scouts, so you're gonna lose your demo real soon because this scout's not helping him. The other scout died. So you've sold out your demo man after his protector scout is dead. And I assume you're all going to jump their right side now. Instead, go sort of to the middle. And your pocket didn't bomb yet. So you both bomb late. That second jumping them could work. Alright, and that's it. Your med gets out. So the idea of second jumping a team could work. The problem was you guys were a little bit slow to mid because you took the long way around. So your soldiers were a little late. And that scout, the other scout, didn't recognize that the Mama Bear, Protect the Demo, Circle of Fire, or whatever you want to call him, scout, had died. And that your demo was not long for this world either. And my presumption is that that's due to a lack of a call. If your demo or a scout or anybody sees that they're coming on your side as strongly as they did, which is all 6 of their teammates went to your side, you have to have your people back up, your Circle of Fire scout and your demo back up, and everybody has to get to your side to fight them, because otherwise your demo is hosed, and so is your protector scout. Or you'll just have to try and hope that and make the best of it with when your soldiers jump onto them. That's the other thing that you can do. Ideally, the aggressive scout's purpose is to distract their demo from shooting at your demo. The other scout protects your demo. That's what'll happen in an ideal world, but they didn't really give you a look that would let you do that. They were just all over you. So in that situation, somebody needs to say they're coming our side. And if you know ahead of time that your demo is on your side, both your scouts have to be in position and ready to shoot anyone that comes onto that side. Because ultimately, they're your best defense against jumpers. Because a scattergun will just knock people right out of the sky. Your demo backs up to the health pack, which will be respawning shortly. Then your soldiers jump, and your medic runs up the elbow, or whatever you want to call it, and tries and makes, a mid out of it. That's one of the prime disadvantages to having your demo go choke because you're always committed to your side. That's fine. It gives him a really great view over the mid, but you have to be prepared to defend him if they jump your side, which is all they did. I don't think we really saw another mid out of this team, and you guys were just unable to answer to it. You tried to go choke, they were there much faster than you, and so you were hosed. Ideally, the only other option for you was to go bring everybody flank and go to their side and then fight a backwards mid, which is ultimately what ended up working for you in the one mid that you did win. And then you made some mistakes later, but that's no big deal. So, unfortunately for you guys, this is sort of in closing. Unfortunately for you guys, the hard things to fix are what you need to fix. The easy things to fix, like demo rollouts, soldier rollouts. I mean, you guys, it could be better, but that's not the major deciding factor, and those things are easy to fix. Uh, I am my assumption. So, suggestions. What can you work on? The first thing is you need to give up the idea of running mids as a called pre-planned strat. Like we have strat A, strat B, strat C, and have it be more like a flow chart. So the way I like to do it is the demo calls what side he'd like to go. That way he gets to make a personal decision about how he feels about the rollout and whether or not he's good at it or not, and B, when I went there, he can think to himself, when I went there last time, did I die? Did bad things happen to me? Did I do a crap ton of damage? And then he can continue to do that and work with it. And your scouts, of course, will then know how to behave based on that set plan. And then you have a series of calls that will come out. Typically, their demo's position is an easy one. Their demo's, flank or choke or house or window, whatever map, and you have a set of behaviors assigned to that call. Because typically on most maps, your scouts, your soldiers, etc., are going to go pretty much the same way every time. I mean, some maps have little variations here and there on that particular idea, but for the most part, you need to just set up a list of behaviors. So on Gully Wash, for example, if your demo calls he's going choke, your scouts know one of them needs to jump their side early to distract their demo if he goes choke, and your other scout needs to protect. And that scout, if your demo or your scout sees that the protector scout sees that you're about to be pressured in a big way, or that the demo isn't on their side, which the aggressive scout would notice immediately, you need to pull back to your side because you're going to get boned when they jump you. And your soldiers need to be prepared to jump your side. And your roamer should jump onto your side too if he knows that everyone's coming to their side. And you just have a 6v6 fight right there and mid's over real quick. But it gives you the best chance of surviving. Things like that. Or if you see their demos choke, you pretty much know they're going to have to go choke. So you just run a regular mid where your scout aggresses on them, your roamer bombs in on them, and then you just plus forward across the point playing off the damage that the roamer did. A simple Gully Wash mid like that. But that just wasn't happening for you guys. They were jumping your side and you didn't know how to deal with it. So here's my list of things to work on. Step 1, your medic shouldn't try to hold on to Ubers when you have such a huge Uber advantage. Just go ahead and pop it. You're not gonna hurt anyone by popping early in that situation. 2, you should get away from running pre-planned strats and have strats that rely on call-outs during the rollout or during the opening phases. Where's the demo? Where are the scouts? And then you have a list of behaviors assigned to that. Or you have aggressive plans where you just jump their side, all 6 people onto them right away. That can work too. but you'll still need calls on positioning and stuff. So early mid calls, med pops, and work on an arrangement where your flank will get buffed more often because and more involved in pushes, because every time you guys pushed it was basically just the pocket involved in the Uber, and you don't want to do that. The only time you want to have it be a solo Uber like that is when they also have Uber, and the objective of your Uber is to pop their Uber, get back, and then have a team fight. But if it's an absolute advantage part, you should pretty much have as many people involved in the Uber as possible, because there's no reason anyone should die ever when you're in that situation. So yeah, feel free. I may just out of habit review some more of your guys' demos. If you get scrim demos or whatever, feel free to submit them to me. I hope you found this a bit helpful.